Thank you for being out there. I decided to try what it feels like to use a vertical layout, and I see how so. This is me, still me. So at least you're not distracted by my shoulderless muscle. I swear, I serious honestly wish I could explain how it is working out without a gym, doing everything you can to work out. Now that I'm quite muscular, like I'm the most biggest muscular guy in my compound, and outside world, outside guys that have gym equipment that eat more than normal 3 square meals a day, that have everything, they now want to come and be feeling like we're competing. I'm not competing with anybody. Imagine how I grow, right? Imagine how I can grow without the best, the most, without having what I have. So imagine how much more I will grow when I have everything I can to grow. There's really nothing stopping me. If circumstances cannot stop you from growing, mm, I don't know what I'm seeing, but I'm trying to understand the error. Am I still live or am I off live? So please bear with me. I don't know if it's about the new I chose. It doesn't look so bad. I think you can still hear me, right? So let me just continue and hope for the best. Nothing can stop me, no matter how bad things get. I will keep striving, I will keep pushing till I get it right one day. And that's the growth process for me. My process of growth is inevitable. Always continue, no matter what. I live to grow every day. And this is who I am. Like, I'm a growing force. I've been growing since I was a baby, right? And I'm still growing. So there's no way I'm stopping my growth. Thank you, Auntie Belgium. Even though right now I don't have a job, I don't have a source of income. I'm living from hand to mouth after how many years of doing different kind of jobs. To be a living manifestation of love doesn't mean that I will not make mistakes. To be a living manifestation of love doesn't mean that every day will be smooth, because there are some days I've lived days where there's no food to eat and I will still work out, right? So it's not about having it all to do to go for it. You don't need to really have it all before you start living, before you start pushing for what you want. It is the will that makes the way, not the way that makes the will. It is that pushing forward that you move, that first movement of I would always exist. I would always show up. I will always come true. Is that pushing forward that you use that they call using your head to break the coconut? Right? That pushing forward that would always make me create paths for others to follow. Because when others see that no matter how struggles come up in your daily life, the pushing forward is all you can do seriously. Because you can't do more than existing. If it's that you don't exist, then you can stop pushing. But once you exist, there's nothing that stops you from giving it your best. Do more than you're asked to do. That's what I would call it. As a living embodiment of love, as a living manifestation of love's mind and flesh. I have made so many mistakes. I'm not here because I can't make mistakes. I have my shared own mistakes, and those were where I grew deeply. Because looking back, if those didn't happen to me, if I didn't make those kind of mistakes, I wouldn't be able to grow the way I've grown. I wouldn't be able to be someone that will say I forgive all, no matter what you think you have done to me, no matter what you think you want to do to me. I forgive all because all is going to always be love to me. I'm always going to see love in everything that can exist. As long as it has breath, as long as there's a life force flowing through your nostrils, what I'm seeing interacting with me is love. It is you now that has the illusion of separation, thinking that we are separate. I'm not seeing myself, or I'm not seeing love, I'm seeing somebody else because that's what you know. And what you know is just your perspective. So the truth is, no matter how you interact with people, people will always meet you at their level of perspective. Their level of perspective will always determine how they respond to you. And you can understand how I would always respond because my level of perspective is I see love in everything, every single thing. There's no point of love, right? That is more important than another. Why this classism that brings about the caste system? If you read about a caste system of government, a caste system of society, you see how it is just about putting people down in order to feel good. You might feel classism is less, but it's the grassroots of caste system boldly expressed, right? Because everything is love, everything is going to always be important. You are very important, you exist, and I am not more important than you are. It is because you exist that I exist. Like love, every single expression of love is intentional by love we exist within. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence. Every single expression of love will always be intentional by love. You can't say you have more sense than the next person because that is just your perspective. You might even be thinking you have more sense and be very stupid. Why? Because stupid is not a bad word. It's just you not caring to understand that that person, the next person beside you, everybody else around you are also expression of love like yourself. That is what is stupidity about. Stupidity about is treating someone less, treating someone like crap, treating someone anyhow you think you feel like because you think they are separate from you. because how you treat yourself is how you should treat other people. Even better. If I say if I treat myself the way I treat other people, some people will not able to stand it because well, my past me have done a lot of crap to myself because I was once a cutter. Yeah, I can say it now because it's a past that doesn't even exist anymore. But at some point, it was there, right? And I learned what it is for someone that has that kind of emotions, for someone that is in that state of being to go through. I understand a lot of things that I have lived based on how I have experienced them personally. And my personal experience would always shape how I interact with people because it's based off my perspective. Right now, I'm growing. Right now, I'm struggling. But this is also a stage of growth. It's a growth process because I will keep pushing forward. As long as there is life flowing through me, nothing stops me from giving my best at every instant I get. Pushing, doing more than I can do, doing more than I'm asked, doing the best I can do. That's what I call more than you're asked. I won't just do what is said of me. I'll do the best I can do. Not because they asked me to do this. I'll make sure I do it well, that it feels like mine. It reflects my energy, my presence was there. Because that's how you leave your mark. You leave your mark by doing much more than you're asked to do. You leave your mark by letting love know you give me this bread and I'm thankful for having it. I will do all. That's why we move. We move to thank love. We move because we are thanking love that we have the ability to move. That's why I work out. I work out because I'm grateful for the fact that I'm not I'm not being on a wheelchair. I'm not carried. I'm not handicapped. I'm not someone that has to be piped down to excrete or eat. So no matter how my day looks like, no matter how the fact of not being one with an income, without being independent financially, I have a lot to thank God for. I have a lot to thank Lord for because I could be going through worst. I've lived as a caregiver, taken care of people that are bedridden. They can't move from their bed without a assistant of more than 4 or 5 people. Imagine that kind of handicaps that so many times you want to move, but because it takes a lot of people just to move alone, you get frustrated and you don't even want to move. You don't want to disturb people because I know how it feels like. I was I was understanding the emotions of my patients just by taking care of them. I knew what it felt like to be in that position. It was easy to put myself in their shoes, to see their lives, to see someone that cannot stand up from their bed, that cannot go to the toilet by themselves, that cannot eat by themselves. It's not easy. And so I can't complain and make myself feel so bad for just because I don't have an income right now. Just because right now I'm living from hand to mouth. Just because right now I'm depending on people to survive. Just because right now I'm in need of so many things to stand. But right now I am moving without anybody's support. I don't need 10 people or 4 people to stand me up. I don't need anybody to feed me. I can contribute to where I am right now. I can fetch water. right? It's it's a blessing. I can contribute in the little I can, even though I haven't gotten that financial stability. I can do the little things in my power right now. I can work out. I can move. And that is a blessing. So, as a living manifestation of love's mind, it's not a rosy fairy tale, right? Archie Giant, I read, was said to be a fairy tale. So, Archie Giant decided to come as a, a challenge to see that even in the deepest part of hell, even in the worst part of hell, love would always win, no matter what, because love is everything. Love would always be everything. It doesn't start to be everything the day you remember love, or the day you understand why, or the day you can even care to understand. Because love would always seek our free will to understand. It's not trying to force or cajole you to understand. It doesn't want your obligation. It wants your free will, because love is free will. And free will must feel good. So it is that must feel good that makes love everything I would choose. I would rather choose love. I would rather feel good than choose not to feel good, because love is God, and God is everything, and love is everything to me. So feeling good is my must. I can't allow circumstances of what I'm going through to make me feel less of God, because when you understand feeling good is feeling God, you understand if you are not feeling good, you are reducing God. You are saying God is not worthy to flow through your nostrils. You are saying the life force that is giving you life is is because the truth is every other thing around you exists because you're alive. The day you are not alive, there won't be anything chaotic that could disturb you, honestly speaking. You won't have any friends that are pissing you off. You won't see somebody and you just be angry. You won't be able to be like, I'm upset about something, or there will be nothing to do when you're not alive. There is nothing that can exist. And the thing about souls that are too attached to a particular lifetime is that they become ghosts, they become shadows. They are so attached to this life that they are, as they are not alive, they are like they are just ghosts, but they will still open the door to pass through, forgetting that nothing can stop spirits. That's why Donald Trump still busts my head. Like, can spirits be stopped by borders? Do you know how many African spirits that are inside your country? Or the kind of caliber of people that you find around you? The thing is, thank you for this intelligence. Thank you. The thing is, you can't stop this spirit we all exist within. Whether you are interested, you care to understand it, whether you feel it's your business, it's not your business, you can't stop the motion of spirit. Spirit will always have its agenda. From the first Big Bang, spirit has a mission. And spirit is love. And love is spirit. That is why I'm here with you. Because living as love does not have to mean hurting yourself, because you're supposed to also ensure that this your character, this present character right in front of you that you see in the mirror, is also feeling good. You're not supposed to go against your feeling good. That's why boundaries are supposed to be set. It is love that gives you boundaries. If you love yourself, You give yourself boundaries because not everybody would love you. It's not a must that everybody likes you. Free will is very important. Everybody has their free will to love what they love. It is a gift from God. God gives us free will to love whoever feels good to us. So, who doesn't enjoy being around you? You shouldn't force them with your presence. You shouldn't punish them with your presence. You should respect that you are worthy to have people that enjoy being around you, to have people that love who you are, see the you behind the marks, and still just love all of it. Because there's always going to be someone that is happy to see you, excited, someone that understands the value of your presence more than you can imagine, would always exist. That is love. Love would always create an intention for you to feel good because love wants you to feel good. Love is the highest level of feeling good, and it does everything for your life worth. So God can never do anything against your feeling good. So that's why churches don't see my presence. My presence rather. Because I cannot stand hearing hell is for some people. Because I see everything as love. And I'm just saying that you're saying hell is for some of love. That's all I'm hearing. And it doesn't sit well with me. And I don't want to burst out and make everywhere uncomfortable, right? Because I'm respecting the God within you, because I still see you as valid. But that is why I give my distance. So, feeling good is love, and living as a manifestation of love's mind requires you feeling good. It does not say be a sacrificial lamb. It is my free will I give to love, to always embody love. And the more you don't have the illusion of separation, the more you look selfless, the more you look like you give, you do anything without reward. You don't need a reward. I've done volunteer works like being security, being a volunteer for children with spinal bifidus, what they call water in the brain. They can't really move. They have their heads are usually swollen, elongated up because there's water in the brain, right? So the water creates that space in their head. And even children that are like that, born like that, you see how people treat them in society. They treat them badly, they make them feel bad for who they are. Because society has not been known to express love. We live in a world that is strongly expressing a lack of love and still complaining about the lack of love being expressed. You see people dying and you're complaining that you don't like it, but you still personally express lack of love within yourself. You don't do your feeling, you don't see to your feeling good. Start from yourself first, not even another person, because you can't give what you don't have. It is when you feel good that you can do good. If you understand someone is gifting you, it's because they feel good. They are abundant. That's why they can give. It takes someone that is abundant to give. If you don't have, you can't give. So you have to first have that love within yourself. You have to first feel it, to know that it feels good, to want the next person to feel good as much as it is. I send you love and light. I send my twin flame love and light. I send all love and light. I wish everyone under my voice can try to feel good wherever they are. I can feel even If it's the tiniest bit of feeling good in a day, I'll be so happy knowing that you can smile a day and honestly mean that smile. Not that you're smiling, faking it, or you're smiling to show off. That you really mean to smile. You honestly, truly want to smile. That is why I'm here. I'm here to see that people that have been marginalized like myself can know what it feels like to feel good because they have been told they are not worthy, they are worthless, they have been pushed under the bus because of circumstances beyond their control. Because the truth is, if you could do any better, you will do better. That is what love would always do. And I trust the love within all because everything to me would always be God. And every God in expression is intentional by creation. So for me, I bless God infinitely, infinite intelligence, my existence worship you. I am so grateful, I'm so thankful. It is the it is the deep thanks that brings about the worship because I don't even know how to be more gratitude to give more gratitude that it transforms into worship. It is that deep gratitude that transforms into worship. That is why people worship God, not because God wants to be worshipped. God does not seek your worship. God seeks you feeling good. And it is that deep gratitude of I feel good that makes you want to worship God. Because if you don't feel good, you can't sincerely with all your heart say you want to worship God. That's the honest truth. Because God is love. And love is what we all exist within. And I hope I was able to express a living manifestation of love. Live by expressing love, by feeling good. You don't need to start a large scale. You don't need to have everything to start feeling good. You just need to know that you are worthy. That is why you exist. The day you stop being worthy, you won't exist. You won't have any reason to have chaos. You won't reason have any reason to complain. You won't have any reason to curse God. You won't have any reason at all because you won't exist. But God is intentional about you. That is why you exist. And I hope, I pray that my words are not confusing to you. And as I watch my videos, I would see my mistakes and grow from them. And I hope to do much better. And this is my test of seeing a portrait video layout. So sorry if my head is just all you're seeing. I'm not really about showing off because I don't know, I'm not a show off. I've just never been a show off. Though some people think I'm a show off because I keep working out and it's just who I am, right? So yes. I bless the little beginnings. I bless the additions. I bless the little that adds up. Because the truth is, a tree started from a very tiny string that kept increasing, and became a mighty tree. It is that little tree that grew thick just by a inch every day that became a huge tree. And that's the truth of who I am. I grow every day and I will get better every day. Today I'm like this, tomorrow I'm even much better. Thank you for taking your time to watch my videos. I hope to improve better and do better and grow better. Yes.